I'm John Valentino. I'm a landscape architect and a landscape contractor. I'm here with Chip Valentino, and we're standing in a garden. We're going to start re-landscaping in just a day or two, and we want you to be a part of the process. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Chip and I plan to be doing a lot more videos for you. If you like them, please click on like and click on subscribe and click on the bell so that you'll be notified every Sunday when we post our new videos. The father of landscape architecture is considered to be Frederick Law Olmsted, but I would say that the father of residential landscape architecture is Thomas Church, and he's known for what's called a California style, and so that California style I think can be summarized as an integration of the inside and outside, interior and exterior spaces, and creating rooms in the outside, which is a unique idea when Thomas Church first started doing it. He wrote a great book called Gardens Are for People, which sums up just in the title everything he was about. And he has a quote, which we want to start this video with. "When your garden is finished, I hope it will be more beautiful than you anticipated, require less care than you expected, and have cost only a little more than you had planned." As usual, a quote from Thomas Church that's accurate and a little bit whimsical. In doing all of our residential work, we share a lot of the principles that Thomas Church talked about in his gardens and exhibited in his finished landscapes. And one that he talked about frequently is that even if it's a masterpiece, it needs updating and retrofitting and improving over time. This particular garden has a lot of problems that we're going to try to address here, but originally the house being built in 1964, it was landscaped then, and then it was re-landscaped probably 2 more times after that before this one. We're going to practice what we and Thomas Church preached about analyzing the life-improving capabilities of gardens and seeing how this one can be improved now that it's some 50 to 60 years after its initial construction. So this house has a garage that was turned into part of the house and made the house larger. You'll see that most of the front garden is asphalt because that was required to get into the garage. And then as that became part of the house, that remained as the dominant feature in the front garden. What we're going to try to do is change that completely and actually remove every bit of asphalt in this garden. Inside and outside the gate is mostly asphalt. We're going to take it all out. In some parts we're going to replace that with actual landscaping. Other parts where you have to drive on it and walk on it, we're going to replace it with concrete, and still other places we're going to replace it with a combination of decomposed granite and pea gravel kind of pressed into the decomposed granite, which is a more friendly substance that doesn't look so black and stark and hot in the summer, and also takes in water much more effectively than asphalt. Just to remove asphalt is probably going to cost about $3 a square foot. Then when you think of your possible replacements, regular concrete costs somewhere around $6 to $8 a square foot. So when you add that to the cost to remove, you're at about $10 a square foot. And if you instead consider just decomposed granite and pea gravel, then with the removal, you're more at $5 or $6 a square foot. So it's affordable, it's environmentally friendly, it's attractive, and that's mostly what we're going to use here. So this garden has some unique elements, and we want to not destroy everything, particularly trees. We want to preserve them, and this site has some spectacular trees, some beautiful cork oaks, which we're going to just slightly prune. To my left is a beautiful ginkgo, which right now doesn't look so beautiful just because it doesn't have any leaves, but it's really a nicely shaped one and large. Probably the cork oaks and the ginkgos appear to me to be planted when the house was originally built in about 64, because they're very mature. And then behind me is a really nice deodar cedar. We're going to prune that up. One of the ideas on changing this landscape around to where there's not so much asphalt is we're going to reorient the main driveway to come in a different part of the lot. Instead of entering and having that asphalt take up all of the front yard, we're going to move the main drive to one side of the lot and enter what is now a carport, which was built since the garage was taken up by a house expansion. So we're going to enter the carport from a completely different direction so that most of the garden can be landscaping, but we want to retain all of the trees. And then there's some entry arbors made out of metal and steel that we'll retain. And most everything else is coming out, but those are the real valuable features that we will retain. So all of these goals make a lot of sense, and we've discussed it with the owner. So the next step, and the first step actually, once they're all discussed, is to draw a landscape design for this project, which was developed over the course of about 6 weeks, where we talk to the owner about their ideas and how they're going to use it, and then we present a conceptual plan that shows how we would address their goals. Neat thing about a landscape design, a finished, complete landscape design, is it allows you to do the project all at once, exactly as you envision, or you could do just pieces at a time with a design that keeps you right on track. Another great part of it is you can budget specifically, because once you have a design, you can find out exactly how much each of the elements in the design cost. So in this design, you'll see there's a demolition drawing, so it shows everything we're taking out, everything we're transplanting. The desirable mature trees, we're either retaining them or moving them to other parts of the garden. An excellent way to do it is with the tree spade, which we showed on a prior video, where we're doing a corporate courtyard that has 4 large southern live oaks planted. We have a demolition drawing, and then we have a construction drawing, so that shows all of the hardscape and the gates and the new fencing and everything that needs to be constructed. And we have a planting plan and we have a lighting plan. In this case, it's going to have a new low voltage lighting system. So those each have their own drawings, and that allows you to know exactly what you're spending, get a specific bid, do it quickly or do it over time. It's the way to go. That's your first step. Subscribe to our channel, tune in, and watch us build a beautiful garden here. Thank you for watching our video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on the bell. Learn more about our products at www.johnandbobs.com.